Pathetic. Always looking for a reason to fold, to back down, to step aside. I see it every time you hesitate, every time you flinch at the sight of a challenge. You think the world owes you a pass. Nah, it's a war out there, and you ain't got a choice but to fight like a beast, or end up as food for the ones who do. Only the ruthless survive. Remember that. Those who claw, those who bite, those who leave mercy at the door. And you keep messing around, waiting for someone to hand you strength. News flash! Strength don't get handed out. You rip it piece by brutal piece from the guts of life itself. I'm tired of you whining, tired of you doubting. Why me, you ask, like it's some cosmic mistake that you got left in the dirt. Weakness, it's a choice. Pain, it's fuel. The way I see it, you've been sleeping too long, blinded by some twisted dream that life's gonna treat you gentle. Wake up. Life's got teeth, and the only way you're gonna survive is if you grow your own. You bleed, you break, you rebuild, and you do it again. That's the cycle. Anything less, well, you don't even deserve to be standing here. You're soft, and that softness is gonna get you crushed unless you're ready to strip it away. Rip that weakness out. Feel the hunger in your bones. Let it guide you. Forget kindness. Forget hope. Those are for the ones who haven't tasted the darkness. We live there. We thrive there. And if you can't handle that, you got no place left to go. So get ruthless. Get relentless, and let that pain burn inside till you feel something stronger than fear. Make a choice. Weakness or war. I'm here. But I ain't holding your hand. Look at yourself, always questioning, always doubting. You want power. You want respect, then earn it. But here's the truth you can't stomach. No one's gonna give it to you. Not one damn thing. You don't get handed respect. You take it. You don't get handed power. You claim it. And every time you hesitate, every time you stop to second guess yourself, you're just handing it over to someone else. You're leaving pieces of yourself in the dirt, begging for someone else to tell you it's okay to fight. Fight? You don't even know what that means. You think it's about swinging fists, but real war, it's in here, in your mind. It's every single thought that tells you to stop, to play it safe, to give up. That's the real enemy, right there. And the problem is, you're too scared to face it. You'd rather hide, rather make excuses. But let me make it crystal clear. There's no more hiding, not if you want to make it. Weakness, it's the poison you drink every time you choose comfort over courage. Every time you let someone else's words define your worth. You give away parts of yourself. Let the world chip at you until there's nothing left but a hollow shell, looking for scraps of validation. But survival, that ain't about what they think of you. It's about what you think of yourself when there's nothing left, when the lights are out and you're alone. Can you stand in that silence? Can you look at your own damn reflection and feel pride? Or is all you see someone who backed down, someone who took the easy way out? I don't do excuses. You're either all in or you're dead weight, a liability, and I got no room for dead weight. Ruthlessness, it ain't just a word, it's a way of life, a creed. It's about knowing there's no savior, no hero. You are the only one who decides if you stand or if you fall. And if you choose to fall, if you choose to lay there, broken, then you're nothing. You're just another piece of collateral in this war, another casualty. But if you stand, if you decide right here, right now, that you'll do whatever it takes, then maybe, just maybe, you got what it takes to walk alongside me. But let's get something straight. This is war. You ain't just fighting for survival. You're fighting to become something greater, something unstoppable, and that don't come cheap. It's blood, it's sweat, it's every ounce of fear and doubt you got. It's digging deep into the darkness, finding that last spark of rage and letting it burn brighter than anything else. You want pity? Look somewhere else. You want mercy? Wrong place. I'm here to make you ruthless, to strip away every ounce of weakness until all that's left is raw, unbreakable strength. But you gotta be ready to face the pain. You gotta be ready to kill off every piece of yourself that doubts, that hesitates. You gotta be ready to sacrifice comfort, to sacrifice everything you think you need. Because in the end, you don't need anything but the will to survive. And that's gotta come from you. Listen to me, and listen good. There are two types of people in this world: the hunters and the hunted. The ones who rise and the ones who stay buried. So, what's it gonna be? You gonna stay down there, begging for scraps? Or you gonna get up and claim what's yours? You're running out of chances, running out of time. Every second you waste looking for excuses is a second lost to someone who's coming to take what's yours. Let the world doubt you. Let them laugh. They don't know what's inside, don't know the fire you're holding. But if you can learn to harness it, to use every ounce of anger, every bit of pain, then there's no one who can stop you. Pain is fuel. Fear is fuel. Use it. Let it drive you. You're sitting on a fire, and all it's waiting for is you to light the match. You got a choice, but it ain't an easy one. You can stay safe, stay weak, stay nothing, or you can face the darkness head on. Let it tear you down and build yourself up from the ashes. The world ain't kind. It don't care about your pain, don't care about your struggles. All it respects is power. All it fears is strength. So be that strength, be that power. Only the ruthless survive. And if you can't handle that, So what's it gonna be? You ready to fight? Or you ready to fold? Make your choice. 'Cause I don't have time for weakness. I don't have time for fear. I don't have time for anything but the unstoppable, the unbreakable, the ruthless. And if you want that, if you're ready to live by that, then maybe you got a place here. But if not, then step aside, 'cause there's no room for hesitation where we're going. Understand this, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna lift you up when you fall. You are your only shot. So get up, get angry, get ruthless. This world don't owe you nothing. And if you want respect, if you want power, then you better be ready to rip it out of life's hands. You are the weapon, the storm, the predator. Start acting like it. Still here? Good. Thought you'd slink away, hide in the shadows where you feel safe? But safe ain't for us, is it? Safe is for those who can afford to wait, to sit back, watch life pass by, while they cower in their comfort. But you're built for something different, something raw, something dangerous. Or at least you could be, if you'd stop clinging to the edges, terrified of what happens when you dive straight into the storm. Look around you. Think about every time you watch someone else take what should have been yours. Every time you held back, afraid to step on toes, afraid to stand up and say, "That's mine." Weakness, that's what that is. And you've let it creep in, let it sit there, feeding off every little doubt, every moment of hesitation. But here's the deal. You want power. You want to be feared, respected. Then you gotta learn to be ruthless with yourself first. Tear away that weakness. Every last scrap of it. 'Cause it's doing nothing but dragging you down. Making you soft. Making you weak. This world, it's built to crush you, to test you, to rip you apart. And if you're not ready to hit back, harder and meaner than anything it throws your way, then it'll leave you in the dirt, forgotten, broken. There's no room for anything but the strongest. And right now, you're far from it. You keep begging for life to make sense, to hand you something real. But real is pain. Real is struggle. Real is waking up every day, knowing you're gonna bleed, but doing it anyway, 'cause that's the only way you're ever gonna get somewhere. You think you're tough, think you're ready, but I see it. I see every inch of fear, every bit of weakness, still trying to claw its way to the surface. You let it win, and you'll lose everything. Every dream, every ambition, every last thing you thought you were gonna be. Gone. This is your last chance to bury it, to stomp it out, till there's nothing left but iron, fire, and that unstoppable hunger. Hunger, that's what you need. To want it bad enough that you'll crawl through hell itself just to get a taste of what's yours. Weakness don't get you there. Pity don't get you there. It's ruthless, it's raw, it's ugly, but it's real. And that's what separates the hunters from the hunted. So what are you? You just gonna sit back, watch, while everyone else carves out their place? Or you gonna be the one they fear, the one they know not to cross? You got the potential, the fire, but you keep smothering it under excuses, under fear. No more. No more running. No more hiding. Time to face yourself. Time to look in the mirror and see every flaw, every weak spot, every piece of you that ain't ready. And then you tear it down, piece by piece. You strip away everything that doesn't make you harder, stronger, more ruthless. You build yourself from the ground up, but you do it with blood, sweat, every ounce of agony you can stand. And when it hurts, you push harder, 'cause that's when you know it's real. That's when you know you're growing into what you need to be. Power ain't given, it's taken. Respect ain't handed over, it's demanded. And if you're too soft, too scared to get your hands dirty, then you got no business reaching for it in the first place. But if you're ready, if you're finally ready to let go of every lie you told yourself, every excuse that kept you safe, then maybe you got what it takes to survive this. Maybe, but don't get it twisted. You're in the fight of your life. Every day, every minute, it's a war. You against the world, against everyone who told you you'd never make it. Everyone who's waiting for you to fail. They're watching, expecting you to crumble. And you know what? That's fuel. That's what keeps you going when the pain gets too much. When you want to give up. When every fiber of your being tells you to quit. That's when you dig deep, find that spark, and let it explode. Pain, that's the price. Sacrifice, that's just the entry fee. You gotta be willing to lose it all, to give up everything that makes you comfortable, 'cause comfort is the enemy. Comfort makes you weak, makes you complacent, and we ain't got room for that here. You need to be relentless. You need to be brutal with yourself first and with everyone else who gets in your way. There's no mercy in this. Not for you, not for anyone who stands between you and what you want. You start softening up, start feeling sorry for yourself, and you're done. You're just another face, another name nobody remembers. And is that what you want? To fade away? To disappear? 'Cause if it is, then go ahead. Quit now. Walk away. But if you're ready to fight, if you're ready to claw your way out of the shadows, then there ain't nothing that can stop you. So, make your choice. You want to be just another statistic, just another failure they talk about. Or you want to be the one they remember, the one they fear, the one they never saw coming till it was too late. The clock's ticking, and every second you waste doubting yourself is a second someone else is getting stronger. Someone else is taking what could have been yours. You can stay in the shadows, let the darkness eat you alive, or you can own it, become something they can't break, can't control. The choice is yours. Only the ruthless survive. So what are you? Are you ruthless? Are you ready to burn every bridge? Leave behind every bit of weakness that's ever held you back? Or are you just another ghost, destined to fade away with nothing to show for it? Make up your mind, 'cause there ain't no going back. It's all or nothing. Do or die. And if you're with me, then get ready to unleash hell. 'Cause once we start, there's no stopping, no turning back, no mercy, only strength, only power, only survival. And if you ain't ready to give it all, then step aside. But if you are, if you're ready to fight like there's no tomorrow, then let's go. Let's make them remember your name. Let's make sure they never forget who they're dealing with. Only the ruthless survive. Remember that. And if you got the guts, if you got the heart, then maybe you got a place here. You think you know pain. You think you understand what it takes to survive. No, you don't know the half of it. Pain isn't some fleeting feeling you brush off. It's the fire that should be burning inside you every single day. But what do? You shrink, you avoid it, act like you can escape the inevitable. That kind of mindset, it's poison, and I won't let you drown in it. Real pain, real struggle, that's where power is born. It's the grind that chews you up and spits you out, the kind that scars you, leaves you broken, but also makes you stronger. Every tear, every drop of blood, every bone that breaks, that's your foundation. And if you don't got the guts to face it head on, then you don't deserve to be in the fight at all. I ain't here to coddle you, and neither is this world. Mercy, that's for the weak. You don't want mercy. You want results. You want the power to tear down every wall, break every chain, and take what's yours. And that only comes through one thing: ruthless, relentless, unforgiving will. Weakness, it's the lie you keep feeding yourself. That little voice in your head telling you it's okay to quit, to step back. But that voice, it's not your friend. It's the voice of every coward who never made it, every failure who couldn't handle the grind. You let that voice guide you, and you're done. You'll be just another face in the crowd, lost and forgotten. And is that what you want? To be a ghost? A nobody? You got two choices. Face the darkness, become something you never thought you could be, or run, hide, disappear. But know this: running won't save you. Weakness follows you wherever you go. You can bury it, deny it, act like it's not there, but it always finds a way to creep back in. And when it does, it destroys you from the inside. Unless you kill it first. That's right. Kill it. Kill every last bit of weakness, every shadow of doubt. When you're standing there, looking at the mess you've made of yourself, you gotta be able to see past the wreckage, see what you can become. But you got to want it more than anything else. More than comfort. More than safety. More than anything you thought mattered. You strip away everything that holds you back, and you don't stop till there's nothing left but iron and fire. You know what power is? It's not something you're born with. It's something you earn, something you fight for, something you bleed for. And if you're not bleeding, you're not growing. It's as simple as that. You don't get stronger by sitting around hoping for a miracle. You get stronger by taking every punch, every fall, and using it to build yourself into something unbreakable. You let the pain harden you. Let it shape you into the monster you need to be to survive in this world. And don't think for a second that this is just about you. Nah, this is bigger than that. This is about showing the world that you're not just another pawn, another nameless face. You're here to make a mark, to be remembered, feared. You're here to become a force, something they can't ignore, something they can't control. But that only happens if you're ready to unleash hell. If you're ready to embrace every ounce of pain, every moment of doubt, and use it as fuel. They'll try to stop you. They'll say you're too much, too intense, too driven. But that's their weakness, not yours. Let them talk, let them doubt. That's all they got. You got the fire, the drive, the hunger. And when they see it, when they see what you've become, they'll know they never stood a chance. But you gotta be ready to show them no mercy. Not now, not ever. Mercy. What a joke. Mercy is the excuse the weak give themselves to feel better about failure. But you don't have room for failure. You don't have the luxury of backing down. You got one path, one purpose, and that's to be unstoppable, unyielding, ruthless. And don't get it twisted. This ain't about being a bully, about throwing your weight around for the sake of it. No, this is about respect, about standing up and claiming your place in a world that's trying to push you down. This is about knowing your worth, knowing that you don't owe anybody an explanation or an apology for going after what's yours. You fight for it, you claw for it, and you don't stop until you're holding it in your hands. Let them hate you. Let them fear you. That's the price you pay for being real. And the real don't bend, don't break, don't back down. They rise, they conquer, they survive. You say you want to be strong, then show me. Show me the fire. Show me the grit. Show me you're ready to leave everything behind, to sacrifice whatever it takes to become something they can't ignore. But here's the catch. Once you start, there's no going back. Once you choose this path, you're in it for life. It'll consume you, drive you, push you to the edge. And if you're not ready to walk that edge, to stare down the abyss and keep moving forward, then you got no business calling yourself ruthless. You want the world? Then take it. Rip it from the hands of those who don't deserve who never had the courage to fight for it. But you better be ready to fight like hell, 'cause they'll try to tear you down, try to make you doubt yourself. But that doubt, it's nothing but noise. You block it out, keep your focus, and you don't let anything distract you from your purpose. And that purpose, it's not to be liked, not to be accepted. It's to be undeniable, to be something they can't dismiss, something that haunts them, a force they never saw coming. You make them remember your name, not because you begged for their approval, but because you tore down every barrier, broke every rule, did whatever it took to get where you are. So, what's it gonna be? You ready to shed the lies, the excuses, the weakness? You ready to look into the mirror and see the monster you've become, the force of nature you've unleashed? 'Cause that's what it takes to survive in this world. Only the ruthless make it out. Only the ones who refuse to be tamed, who refuse to be broken, who refuse to let anyone else dictate their worth. Be that. Be ruthless. Be relentless. Be the nightmare they never see coming. And when they finally realize what you are, it'll be too late. You will have already taken everything they thought was safe, everything they thought was theirs. You will be the storm that leaves no survivors. The darkness that consumes every doubt, every fear. And when it's over, when they're left standing in the ruins, remember this. They had their chance. They had their warnings. But they didn't listen. So now they face you, the unbreakable, the unyielding, the ruthless. Only the strong survive, and you're here to prove it. So rise, conquer, and leave no mercy, no excuse.